You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, and your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, And she was...
Girl, let me tell you, Nicole Murphy always be chillin' minding her own stuff. But Lisa Raye got beef with her since she said Nicole messed up her marriage and called her a homewrecker, but Nicole didn't care. And now rumor says Nicole been around. Lisa's new man for payback like girl, that's wild. They can never be friends again, cause it's too messy. And y'all know Lisa started it when she called Nicole out for kissing Antoine Fuqua, who was married. Like the whole thing just blew up. And now it's pure drama.
Thing is this, when you're a woman and you grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing. I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
this was after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face, And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me. Right. Relax.
And we had a good conversation because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. We should not be in that position.
Right.
I will say this.
So, like when Nicole was with Michael Strawn and they were about to get married, word on the street is Lisa Raye sent him some proof that Nicole was up to something shady, and that made Michael stop everything. And boom, they never got married and just went their own ways.
The thing, Lila and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you're not talking about it all the time. That's that friendship stuff.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, Lisa Raye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Lila Rashawn's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after Lisa Raye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
What? So when people asked Lisa Raye why she kept going after Nicole, like that, she said, it's because Nicole had a thing with her husband Michael while they were still married. And what really made Lisa mad was that she trusted Nicole as a friend. And then Nicole went and broke that trust by doing her dirty like that.
That's true. Absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invite into your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right.
How'd you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane because we owned a plane. And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rode on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him and you don't even know him is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
not that part.
No, I don't know. Meaning, yes, this is too rich for me. The manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to call her. And, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, And then I called again, and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan?
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him. And I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, let me send you a tape that I have of proof, And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
It was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane, and she gets out and he gets out. And I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm gonna leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Me too.
Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that I would think an enemy would do, or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your girl. Where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period.
Girl. The funny part is Lisa Raye said she don't even want to be friends with Nicole again, but she also don't want bad vibes since they hang with the same people. But Nicole wasn't feeling that at all, because she was mad that Lisa went out talking, all that stuff about her, then tried to act like she was the nice one trying to keep peace. Like, girl, please, Oak.
It may be social media. No. Social media took on a mountain of its own. And like I said, listen, it said I broke up somebody's marriage, which is absolutely false. I never did that. There was a statement released by that ex-husband saying it's false. And no one
you're talking about when Lisa Raye got involved and said you slept with her husband.
Yes, and it's not true.
No, she talked real greasy on social media.
I know, it's not true. First of all, her husband released a statement.
That was saying Keiko's king.
Yes, saying it's not true.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody focused on that issue. No one, they just focused on
bed with Roxy, so
it has nothing to do with me.
I'm just saying.
So listen, if Lisa thought Nicole being with Michael was bad, then girl, what came next was even worse. Because back in 2011, people started saying Lisa was with Pastor Noel Jones, and she said, nah, he just my friend and spiritual guide, but he didn't say much, and even his show made it look like they might be a thing. And later he said they weren't together, but rumors say they actually were, and things were getting serious till someone stepped in. And guess who it was? Nicole, like when she heard Lisa was seeing someone, she knew she went right in and made sure to mess it up, and she didn't even feel sorry. Because she was like, if Lisa could mess with my man, then I can mess with hers. But people online weren't with her. On that, they said she should have just moved on and left it alone.
Nicole Murphy, you're disgusting. You sat on that couch and you laughed. It ain't no moment. It's a mess. You wrong for that. You the type of women that let these men be evil. They gotta have some help, and women like you are that type of help.
Someone said, Nicole Murphy is so gorgeous to be as diabolical as she is. Sleeping with your friends' husbands is so lowbrow. Another person wrote, I don't understand how Nicole can end her marriage to Eddie after being cheated on only to have affairs with her friends' husbands. She seems to care more about still being hot and alluring than her friendships with Lisa Raye or Leela. So what do you guys think was Nicole? Right for clapping back, or should she have just left? Lisa alone anyway. Drop your thoughts below, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll spill more tea next time. Bye.